Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Talk Comics to Me.
This is the fake live edition.
I'm Chompenstein.
And I am... Sorry, I was just going to introduce myself as Henry Cavill.
What do you... I was going to say, what do you think he sounds like, even though I've heard it?
I'm not even going to try that accent because I would just butcher it. So, sorry, I'm Henry Cavill.
And we're here on a Thursday, not live, just talking to a camera.
We're just chilling today. We're taking a different route.
So I have to go first because we actually have most of our books in common. It's also a very short week. So, here I go. First little thing I have is Planet Paradise. This is a nice little trade. It is by Jesse Lonergan, right? Lonergan?
Yeah.
He did the book Hedra, and it's kind of in the same realm of it, like how that book was with the panels and sparse in places and also very full in places and very sparse on dialogue. But the overall idea is that transport ship on the way to Planet Paradise crashes on a planet. One of the passengers wakes up and is looking for their husband, finds the captain alive, and then kind of saves them from the planet. I actually really loved this book. The colors were really great. The art was wonderful. I did really love the panel setup, and I did love the very sparse, the way the story was moving along was through the dialogue itself. And it was very sparse, but also just did such a great job of moving the story along and making it what it was. I ended up a really good time, but yeah.
Yeah, I really like the art for it. It's really good.
Yeah, no, it's totally worth the buy. It's a really good read. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
So now then I have Getting It Together. This is issue number 2. Actually, I had to write down everybody's names, so give me 1/2 second to bring up my notes. So in the last issue, you were introduced to all of the main characters. Sam and Lauren were in a relationship together, and they broke up. And Jack is Lauren's brother, who is really good friends with both Sam and her. But Lauren had sex with her bassist, Ash. I believe it is her bassist. And so this issue, the last issue, ended with them all kind of at a show together. And this issue kind of picks up with Lauren and Sam deciding to have coffee together and talk about the show that she had the night before, which she had somebody from a record label come up to her and be like, hey, you guys should join the group. And he's not necessarily fully into it because he's also just thinking about how Ash is a part of the band and how he feels her success is with him and that hurts him still. And so I don't want to say overreacts. She decides to punch him.
She reacts.
Yeah, she reacts and punches him, which isn't necessarily cool by any means. But then the story flows through there. I don't know how else to describe this besides just kind of a modern day, Friends, yeah.
That's what it seems like as I'm flipping through it. I'm like, I've seen this all happen before.
Yeah, it is a modern day Friends. But, Friends sucks.
Yeah.
But also, it's just, this is more realistic than Friends because it's, in Friends, none of them talk. And in this, it's just, I suppose they talk, but they also just, don't share the right information or they're just, not the best at communicating, their feelings. Mm-hmm. But also, it's just, I don't know, it's weird to watch because it's like, yeah, no, this shit happens.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, no, I really do like it. It's hard, like, I don't know, but it's also one of those comic books that is just, like, it's real life, you know? Like, this is stuff that, like, we've all kind of encountered in one way or another. We've all had these friends. We've all been in these situations.
It's different to, like, not experience it personally, but just, like, read about it happening to other people.
And it's also different, like, being older and being like, oh, yeah, I know, I can see these things, and I can see these two people trying to, like, be friends, and this girl being the lead of this band, and also just being, like, very aggressive towards everybody for
no reason.
Yeah.
Pretty much from
or
what
like,
I had seen anyway.
And or whatever reason. And I think it's just like that idea of like angst just like running through.
Because they're just trying to get it together.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Because I don't know, you know, your early 20s and you're just like kind of being I don't know. For me, I go back and I like look at things and I'm just like, I was just kind of being an asshole.
Yeah. I think that's normal. It's like a weird transition period from like being at home to like being out in the real world. So you have to figure out like who you are. Sounds like it's working.
Yeah, not really, but yeah.
Maybe not in the way they want it to.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, and I think that's why it's relatable, and you can feel, like, everybody's emotions, and I don't know, I don't understand the Tinder aspect, because I am too old for that.
I don't understand Tinder either. I'm not gonna, I had to Google what, like, swipe left and right meant. Like, after people were talking about it for a while, I was just like, what the fuck? So at work, I made Steve pull up his Tinder so I could, like, see him do it, because I was like, I need to see what this does. And that was when that's when I found out that he doesn't just swipe on people based on their pictures. He goes to their profile and reads about them and decides whether or not he likes their personality. I was like, Steve, you son of a bitch.
That's a thing.
I know. I thought it was really strange. I was like, she's cute. Swipe the right way. And he was just like, no, I gotta read about her because she could be cute but vapid. And I was like, what? I thought Tinder was just to get laid.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I still assume that, right?
I don't know. I had considered doing it just so that people would buy me food.
I've got this Tinder. Please buy me food. I would like chicken nuggets sent to my house, please.
I was going to say, take me out to eat one time. You'll never hear from me again, and I'll just compliment you all night. Like, that's perfect, right?
Do you want to be friends? Is that what Tinder is for? Is Tinder like MySpace?
That's what it should be. Because hooking up with random strangers through an app is weird.
I don't want to, like, talk bad on anybody's, like...
No, I mean, it's for, whatever. If you want to do it, you're going to do it. I'm saying for me, it's weird. Like, I wouldn't do that because that's not in my realm of comfort.
I think I've hooked up with people, like, off of Facebook, so I can't.
I met Brayden through MySpace.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just, like, saying... Like, using an app.
It's different than an app because it's a web page.
Duh. But
we are so old.
I didn't use it specifically just to hook up with him. That's what I'm saying. Like, just to find randos.
I didn't do that.
I would prefer to meet him on the street with their dog, to be completely honest. That would be ideal for me, but... Thank God I don't need to do that because I would just be like, hey, I like your dog, wanna bang?
I thought you said dong at first.
I thought we were past Henry Cavill, man. Okay.
Let's stop thinking about
Good
dong.
thing this isn't live right now.
Yeah. Nobody would be able to handle that.
Okay, so we have 7 Secrets. This is issue number 4, and there was food on my copy.
Did I do that?
No, that was me.
Okay, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, I was eating a banana when I was reading this. Because I had to, like, flip through it again because I was like, what is the main guy's name? Like, the bad guy. And I can't even remember. I was eating a banana earlier. And it's like Amon.
Amon.
Cameron? He is a babe.
Yeah, of course you like him.
Turtleneck, black hair, bad guy with a little blood on his face. Of course I like him.
With mommy issues?
Yeah.
So Casper meets our bad guy, Amon, and
He's just a man. That's what I'm just going to start calling him.
And... Damn it.
Sorry.
And the 7... is that what they're called?
The 7, yeah.
The 7 kind of set up a trap for a trap, or so we think.
It's a trap within a trap within a trap.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending trap. It's like, it's basically...
It's like a Russian nesting doll.
I was going to say it's that scene in Arrested Development when George Sr. and his twin brother, why can't I think of their names? Oscar, yes.
Oscar. SaveOscar.com.
Yes, okay. When it's that scene when they're getting ready to fight, but because they're twins and they know each other so well, they just like keep blocking each other's moves. That's what this is. Except they just keep hitting.
Yeah. I don't think I liked this issue as much as I liked all the other issues.
No, I didn't either. I thought, considering like how much is happening in here, it was kind of slow paced, and I didn't necessarily care for the backstabbing between mommy and son.
Yeah, I also didn't like really care about that reveal.
I didn't either. I thought it was not done very. I don't know. It was just, of course, that's what it would be. You know, like I would prefer if he was just like some random dude that was maybe a part of it at one point and was just like, nah, y'all are fucked up and left. But
yeah, and I guess they kind of like alluded to that like aspect earlier in the book itself. But
it was just weird.
It was lacking.
Yeah. Especially because of that whole build-up with, like, she made them give up their kid and stuff like that. And it's like, you kept your kid the entire time and now he's the bad guy? Is that why you want us to give it? Like, I don't know. It was silly.
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah. I think the pacing might have been a little off.
Yeah, especially because the last issue was all about Casper getting the briefcase and like holding onto it, and it was like all of his trials and shit, and then all of a sudden,
and I suppose that's like the way it was supposed to be. It's like meant to be like, okay, I was kind of like thrown into this, and this is what I'm doing. But it did seem to just like, I don't know, didn't have enough heart, like compared to like the first 3 issues that had like a lot of heart and a lot of love. This just kind of had like nothing, which I suppose is supposed to be the case.
Yeah, I was like, maybe that's what it was supposed to be, because in all the other ones you get to see like the love between Casper and his family and stuff, and in this one you get to see the very like one-sided
kind of like vapid.
Yeah.
I suppose that is like, I don't know, maybe we work through this.
Maybe. I mean, I'm curious to know more about Eamon.
Yeah.
Just like just how he got out of it and like why he is doing this.
Yeah, like
because he's not going to kill his mom, so it's like, because he would have done it.
Is that true? Like, I don't know. We've always seen this like it's kind of like a cliche, right? Within like those sorts of stories, is that they kind of meet, the mom saves them, they kind of like meet again.
Kylo killed his dad, so
Yeah, no, I know.
It's gonna happen.
I understand the Star Wars.
I just,
Kylo Ren is the worst. It's okay.
I mean, I'd kill my dad, too, if I had that opportunity.
I don't know. I don't think I have enough feelings about my dad to, like, really...
No, that's why I would. Never met him in my life, but I'd be like, all right, put a sword through him so I can, release myself from all of this anguish. Okay.
Okay. We're going to move on, because that's a whole nother conversation, even in therapy. We have Red Mother. This is issue number 10, and I suppose I don't really have a lot to say about this, because it's basically everything I've thought throughout the entire series.
Yeah, it's just a cult.
Come to a head. It's a cult.
And they're all...
The psychiatrist is involved, the boss is involved, her best friend is involved. And they're trying to call the Red Mother, which she survived and is basically kind of, I guess, living through her. And living through her, I mean, Daisy, our main character.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basically just playing her. Which is really sad because...
I think that, like, she'll be, like, the, last girl, though. Like, she'll be...
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, how much can you put just one cute little character through? Like, that poor girl has lost, like, everything.
Yeah, they really didn't need to kill her boyfriend.
No.
They really didn't need to do that again. I just also... I don't know. This issue also was just kind of, like... Not filler, but it was just, like, one of those things where I was just like, okay, I know all this.
Yeah, it just confirmed everything that you knew, which, I mean... It is filler. For the most part, it's filler.
They hard hinted too much, I think, maybe in the beginning to... I
mean, I'm glad that the story... I like the story a lot, but I'm glad that it is coming to an end. But I don't feel like they should have made it as many issues as it was, despite how much I love the art. Like, I just feel like they could have cut it down to 8.
And once again, because I feel like them building that relationship up with Ian, it was, like, it just... It was unnecessary. It just, like, really felt unnecessary. And I suppose maybe that'll play into other stuff, but it's almost when, you know, you watch that horror movie that should be, like, 25 minutes, like, shorter.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, that's how this feels. It's like, but you didn't have to do that.
I wonder if...
just, like, cut that.
I wonder if Ian was a part of it, too. Like, I know they kind of hinted that he was, like, killed or whatever, but I wonder if... Because everything in his apartment was gone. So what if, like, he was one of the people that was supposed to, like, build her up to trust again and then, like, break her back down because her being weak and vulnerable is what allows the mother
that
to,
is
like...
another horror movie
cliche. Yeah, and then he comes out at the end and he's like...
I did this.
Yeah, this was all me. Sorry, love. That would be...
Dude, you just fucked me up. But yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. That's just what I've been imagining. Like, when I was reading this one near the end, when the person was like, did you start without me? I thought it was Ian for a minute. I was like, oh! And then it wasn't. And I was like...
Yeah, no, I would like that. That would be a good twist. Because, like, I don't know, where's the twist here?
It's Ian. He's just... he orchestrated the entire thing. He saw her from afar and was like, you know, she'd look good with this eye.
So it's 12 issues? We have
I think
more?
so.
Okay.
It's either 12 or 15. 12 makes the most sense to me, though. But then, I don't know.
Because they have 2 trades.
It's just being, I don't know, set up in the way that Regression was. And Regression was 15 issues. That's why I assumed 15. But I want to say it's just 12. That would make the most sense to me.
But I really don't know, so...
I haven't even looked it up. And keep moving on. So next we have We Only Find Them When They're Dead, issue number 3. This is about space and gods.
I mean, that is 100% what this book is about. I don't know why it sounded so funny when you said it.
Because when I said it, I heard it's about hot dogs. That's why I laughed, because I thought I said that out loud, but it's space and gods, so...
It's about space gods.
Yeah, space gods. Gods in space. So this is a continuance of the previous 2 issues. They are on the run from the... What do they call them? Honestly, the council. They're on the run from the council because they've broken a litany of laws and they're being tracked on their mission to find a god that is still alive.
This character that is tracking them actually has a past that is in cahoots with the captain.
Yeah, they're in cahoots.
And they have a past that's just in cahoots.
They're cahooting.
But you get a flashback of how they may have met and why she may be like, or they might be like following them. And you come across a god.
A real god. I'm trying to remember what her name is.
Yeah, same.
He says it so many times. I keep wanting to say Regina, but that's not it. Alice? No, that was one of the characters.
Yeah,
that's one of his people. Oh, my goodness. Why does this happen every time?
So there's a lot of words in this book, but not really.
I know. It's like strange because I'm like, I swear, Paula. Paula. It was first page. I went backwards, flipped through the whole book. Anyway, So yeah, the woman chasing them is out of her mind, and her and the captain have a sordid past.
Yeah. Twisted together.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just a weird...
It seems like when they broke up, it wasn't on good terms, based off of how she's reacting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm curious to see what's going on with the life god. Mm-hmm. And I forgot about how it ends. Curious to see how they move on from this.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one of the best parts of this book is it like kind of leaves everything open for you. But it's so good in like this like weird sci-fi way. I love the way like the beats hit.
Mm-hmm. It's I enjoy that too, especially because when you think about it, like with how much time has passed in these 3 issues, it's only been like an hour.
Yeah.
Which I just love. Because, I mean, most series take place over, like, a certain amount of time. And this is just like, now we're just going to do, like, 12 issues out. It's going to be an hour and a half. That's it. I think that's interesting. And a lot of fun, honestly. Because there are times in comics when they'll, like, have a conversation. And I'm like, well, I want to know more about this, though. Keep going. And they just, 2 weeks later. And it's just like, no.
Yeah. And they did that flashback in a way that was, like, really easy to, like, get in and out of. Where you knew what was happening. And just, yeah. No, this book is so good.
Yeah, it's done.
The art is so good.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It's done so well. I normally don't like books about space because space freaks me the fuck out.
Well, I was also about to say, like, this is definitely not a book that you would like.
No.
Like, not at all. Like, this is a book I would love.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, it hits every little, like, sci-fi bit where you're just like, I love Star Trek. I love, like, fucking giant mech shit. Like, I love... There's so many parts of this I love.
Yeah, no, this is not normally a book that I would enjoy, but it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into swords?
Yes, we're doing swords now. We got a few issues this week. I think it's 3 next week, too, because we got X-Force, Cable, and Hellions.
That sounds like a good lineup, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not ready for it.
No. Also, I'm not ready for the Hellions issue.
I'm not ready for any of it. I'm never ready for it when it comes out. So first we have Marauders.
Let's I'm going to say spoilers because I don't think we can talk about these 3 issues without spoiling.
Right. That's a good idea. Yes, spoilers.
Anything at all.
We will try not to spoil too much, just kind of touch on it, but
I can't promise.
We might get out of hand, yes.
So Marauders number 15. This is X of Swords part 14 of 22. This continues the banquet, and just as we said... Shit does not go the way Wolverine thinks. And Saturn plays him.
Yeah, she gives him a cute little glimpse of what is going to happen.
And it sucks. And then somebody tries to poison somebody at the banquet, and we're just kind of flung into the battle. That's
one of my favorite faces that he makes.
Somebody tried to poison me?
And then it turns into a whole thing because obviously, you know, both sides are not with each other, but they both agree on the same courtesies, I guess.
Yeah.
So it comes to a point where they're both teams are kind of helping each other, which I thought was really cool.
And helping each other at the behest of themselves, right? That's the proper term?
Yes. Absolutely. I just thought it was I don't know. I guess I really like that.
Yeah, it seems good at the time, but they're getting played.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
The whole thing is them getting played.
It's
spoiler alert.
Saturn
9.
She is just a really mean woman. She's very cruel.
She just doesn't give a shit about the mutants. And this is her kind of proving that. Like, she's going to play the mutants, and I don't know. I don't know if it's her necessarily playing the mutants or just kind of showing Apocalypse her power and being like...
I just think she's so old that she's fucking bored.
That also could be the case.
Because I know I would start doing that shit if I had lived for, like, thousands of years. I'd be like, oh my god, more mutants? Come here, let me kill you.
Yeah, but I mean, Apocalypse tried to fuck with her, and he cares so much about the mutants, so now she's like, okay, you want to fuck with me in my zone? I will fuck with you in your zone.
I like how Apocalypse here looks like a snail, like, coming out of his shell.
Or is that one of the people of the different places? Oh, yeah, no, that is Apocalypse, yes.
But yeah, no, this issue kind of, it's before the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, because it's, during the banquet, so it's the one leading right up to the tournament, and both sides are just having a good old time farting around with each other, is what it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like this issue is necessary.
No.
I feel like they could have maybe expanded the last issue. Like, just put in, like, 10 more pages and, like, condensed what they did.
Right.
Not that I hated this, it just... I don't know, I think out of all of the Exosword shit that I've read, like, this was kind of, like, the weakest.
And it is, like, kind of right in the middle, so, I mean, that makes sense, where it's like, okay, we're going to give you one more,
it's that, like, plateau.
Yeah. And then it gets real weird.
Yeah, so now we're going to get into Excalibur. This is issue number 14, so we're starting the sword fights, or so we think. And when we're saying spoilers, we're going to say... this spoils everything.
Yeah.
Saturn's playing everybody, yeah?
In a weird way, yes.
The pacing in this issue is really strange to me.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that was, like, most confusing to me when I was reading it, because I was like, what is going on here? So, they're all set up in their makeshift coliseum, I guess, getting ready to fight, I don't know, should we say who the first fight is?
Yeah.
It is...
We already said spoilers. We're gonna ruin this.
Betsy and Iska.
And this is actually something that's been on the internet for a while.
Okay. So yeah, they battle. It does not go well for the mutants. And then it just continues to not go well for the mutants.
Yeah.
Not because the sword fights either, but again because Saturn is playing them. And
I don't know, Doug seems to kind of like get the best end of the bit, but also we don't know the full picture yet.
Right. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, was this a battle of wits? Like, to see if either of them would go through with it?
I don't think that's the case because they both won. I think they both are infatuated with one another. Like, because I truly, like, as I'm reading the dialogue here, I feel like Doug really wants to know what Bae,
like, the Blood Moon,
is, like, what she's saying and what she's gone through. And I think that she, like, like, with the translations we get, is really, like, infatuated with Doug. And I think this is, like, a weird thing, but I just don't know. I don't know the, like, connotations of it. I don't know, like, what this holds.
And I mean, like, I thought it was just a thing that she was making them see, like, not necessarily what was happening, or she was, like, fucking with Doug's mind.
Yeah, I thought that at first, but I don't think that now.
No, not after reading it.
I don't know how I feel about this whole Shogo stuff.
I hate it. It was unnecessary, and it's just causing more problems for them. It makes Jubilee, shut the fuck up, go sit down.
Well, and I also just... using a kid as a ploy, like... that makes, like, her character even just, like, kind of that much worse. I don't know. It is, like, really enjoyable, though. You get 2 battles in one. I mean, I guess in both of these books. It just, like, happens so quickly. And I think with as much that, like, the first, 13 issues we got... were not, I wouldn't say drawn out, but, like, you had them gathering the swords, like, the way that was, like, drawn out and, like, done, you thought, like, maybe this would be done in a way that, like, didn't feel like just, like, bam, 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 bam. And I think that's how these issues feel. It's just, like, I think it's not just, like, how different they are, I think it's jarring because it just, like, the pacing is so quickly. Like, you don't really have the answers. And maybe that's part of everything because we haven't gotten everything as a whole yet. But it is, like...
And it does, I mean, I don't know, part of the reason I feel like...
You come out of it just, like...
Right, no, it's like going up the roller coaster and then these last issues are just, like, flying down with no stomach. But it just...
That's actually a really great way to describe it. Yeah,
because as I'm reading it, I'm like... I feel like they're paced like that because, I don't know, Saturn is obviously someone who enjoys the spectacle of things. Like, she enjoys watching things happen. So I feel like she set this all up so that she knew that, like, yeah, the people from Eureka are just going to destroy the mutants, and she made it happen as fast as she could.
Yeah, but I think that's obviously, yeah. I don't know. We'll continue.
Yeah, it's strange.
We'll go into Wolverine. This is issue number 7, part 16 of 22 of X of Swords. And I loved this issue. Also, once again, another pacing issue where I just, like, felt it went fast. But I think you might be right in that, like, statement you made that, like, it is, like, going down a roller coaster. And, like, we are going to get to that point where it's just, like, your guts kind of come into your face and, like...
Mm-hmm. Especially Wolverine. I feel like, I mean, obviously he was the one.
And the stakes are high.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the stakes are high regardless, and the mutants aren't going to just, like, give up their home. And I think the people from Araco and the Akari, like, they know that things aren't necessarily, like...
They're not losing everything.
Yeah. And it's not fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, like, we had talked about, she keeps changing the rules. Or, like, she's not very clear on what the rules are. They're all very vague, so that when it seems like she's changing it, like, she's not. She's just working around what she had originally said.
Yeah.
She's embellishing everything.
And I think it's just, like, I don't know, you built up all of these fights so much, and, like, getting Magic and Pog, like, just arm wrestling for, like, a page was incredibly disappointing. Like, I was just like, I will fight somebody. Especially with how good this Joshua Cassara art is in here. Like, fuck, dude. Give me, like, a whole bunch of fighting and sword shit. Especially, it's just so good. And all of his parts and Blightspoke, like the whole Blightspoke fight was amazing. It's just, I wouldn't say I'm, like, disappointed by anything that's happened. I am just, like, I don't know how to feel. I really don't know how to feel because, yeah, I'm mad at Saturni for ruining everything.
Yeah, no, she's just, like, really fucking with them.
For playing my people.
Especially, I mean, like, and like I had just said, like, she's really, really fucking with Wolverine. I get it. Like, he tried to fucking kill her at her party, her dinner party that she spent hours on, Jan. But...
Are you gonna throw a Dundee through my television right now?
I always think about that scene when he's like, he pushes the TV
Is that
in.
Wolverine?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, no, I feel like now all of it, like, I think the original plan that she had was the sword fights, but since Wolverine did that, she's trying to hurt him as much as possible, and so she's just like, all right, let's not give the mutants a chance. Let's give the points no matter what to the other side. Like,
I think she's hated the mutants since the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
She hates Betsy. She hates Apocalypse. Like, she hates all of them. Like,
but she loves Doug because he's just so sweet, and that's why she was like, you know what? Why don't you just get married? That'll be good for you.
Okay. Is that it? That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay, so... That's Thursday now.
Yeah, we really...
We took a long time to get here today. We've been so distracted. If you've been hanging in with us the past few weeks, we're sorry and or not. Like, we're about in the same headspace as you probably are.
It's election's finally over, but now we have the weather and our state and the people who run the state who don't care about us fucking everything up. So when we inevitably get COVID, we're going to be switching to Zoom videos.
Yeah. And if we don't, thank whoever's up in heaven and or space. Superman.
Also, if you're going out in public to bars and you aren't wearing a mask, you're just like going out, fuck you, I hate you. You're dumb.
Yeah. But please support your local comic book store. If you have a way to do like a contactless pickup, please invest in that. I don't know, just please take care of your fellow people. Right now is not a good time to be alive. And I don't know.
Just try to be nice.
Just try to be good. That's all we can ask.
Make good decisions.
Yeah.
Make decisions that your mother would be either proud of or embarrassed of.
Mostly embarrassed of, probably.
Mostly embarrassed. Just be better than your mother.
Just be a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we love you. Thank you again, as always. If you're listening to us, we can't thank you enough. You're good.
I'm going to come next week prepared. Going to have it all written out. We're going to do this. We're going to be real professional.
All right.
Goodbye. Love you.